Hello YouTube, welcome to a video that I will be kind of explaining the chakra chart, or the system, pretty much the energy, that's all, our energy centers pretty much, since some of you guys aren't too familiar with how to take some energy out of it and move it around and stuff like that and mix it. So these are the basic. This is probably the basic energy chakra chart you can find. These colors though don't necessarily represent the chakra. These are the basic colors, but some of them have multiple colors, but they're not shown here. So, like for example, the heart chakra is saying green, which I use, and which is a really strong color to imagine, to strong color to focus on, I guess. But you can also use pink and red, or purple, doesn't matter. But green is the main one, and that's what we'll be using for teleportation, is this chakra right here. The crown chakra right here is purple or violet, but as I mentioned in my other video, it's also yellow or white. It could be yellow, white, purple, violet, whatever. But they're saying in this chart it's purple, just because that's commonly known, and that's how usually people see it as. But in the purpose of my other video, I was mentioning it being yellow, and I am correct, because my Chi Master told me all about the different colors and how to visualize it, and using yellow, especially when you want to duplicate an item, you don't want to use purple, you want to use yellow. So let me explain what I did when I duplicated that item. I imagined around this area, see just where my mouse is, imagine a lot of energy, just a lot of yellow or white energy. Try to make it yellow, bright, kind of like the sun. Just really bright yellow energy above your head, and this is how you're gonna mix it together. Since I didn't really explain it well in my duplication video. So anyways, close your eyes, sit. You could sit in this position like this lady is doing right here. But if you don't want to crack your feet like that over your, that hurts, and some people can't do that. So you just sit down however way you want to do it, and you don't got to be a female to do this either. This is just I guess just some random chart I found on the internet. So you don't have to be female, and you don't have to sit like that crisscross. You can just freaking sit however you like, or whatever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes, and then imagine this this yellow energy floating all around you. Kind of try to feel heat, or maybe warmth or coldness. I usually do warmth, so just use warmth since I know it works that way. Warm heat energy, like sun energy, okay, around your head, and just take a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes or so, or less, doesn't matter. I use less time, but when starting out, you use a lot more time just to get the focus there. But I've been doing this for a while, so I don't need to use as much time. Anyways, focus this yellow energy around you, and then you're gonna, with your eyes still closed, look up, like with your eyes, look up, like your eyes will be closed, but you'll be looking up and trying to look at the top of your head, even though it's not possible. But close your eyes and just look up at the top of your head, and imagine it opening up like a tornado, or like a whirlwind, or a circular energy just opening up on the top of your head, and then just try to feel this yellow energy entering into it, like that. So let this yellow energy enter into the top of your head, and you'll start to feel it. And once you start to feel it, then start bringing it down, 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 down into your chest area, like right around here, and then just keep, or your throat area, and then just keep bringing it down. And once it gets right here, once you feel yellow right here, you're going to multitask, okay? You're going to now try picturing green energy. So this is the really tricky part. But if you do this right, you'll be able to duplicate items. And it takes a lot of practice and meditation, so just keep up doing this, what I said. So yellow energy, bring it in. Don't try to force it, don't try to force it, just let it slowly come in, kind of like water dripping down a wall. Just kind of let it do its thing. But direct it with your mind, with your will. Just direct it into that area right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to imagine green, vibrant light going, just spinning like that. Green, vibrant light, and then imagine yellow just kind of going around the edge of it. So just like two colors not mixing, but just like side to side, going in the same pattern in a circle. Okay, so you're gonna have green, like a green little beam or a green little light going around in a circle, and a yellow light as well going around in a circle. So two different colors in here. That might be hard for some of you guys to do, but just keep practicing both the colors there. They don't need a mix, just have them both there. And then once you have them like that, once you have them both there, you're going to want to, you'll feel like this kind of pressure on your chest if you focus so hard on it and keep bringing, while you're doing this right here, you're still letting the yellow come in and fill in too. So you're constantly keeping your crown chakra open, pulling the yellow into this green area and just mixing it around until you start feeling like really heavy, like a pressure type stuff on your chest. You might not even feel anything. If you don't feel anything, don't worry, just move on to the next step. Let both energies, and at this point you don't need to picture the color too much, or you could just picture one of the colors, just green, because right now they're mixed automatically. You don't need to do anything else with your mind, just let it flow naturally. So what I do is once the yellow mixes around, I just keep picturing green instead of both colors. I just picture green and it works for me. And then let it go down to the hand and collect in your hand like that. Let it go down to your hands and collect. And you'll still feel like the energy here, you'll feel it trickle down here, and you'll still feel it coming up through your crown chakra. So you'll just feel a lot of energy. And if you guys have problems thinking about the colors, if it helps, just think of green. Even if you want to do it through the crown chakra, even though I wouldn't recommend doing it that way, because it might not be successful. I've never tried it that way, but you could try it if you have problems multitasking. But if not, bring the yellow in there, collect it with the green, and then spread down both energies. And you don't really have to think about this part, just do it with your feeling. Try to feel it. Try to feel any type of color or energy or whatever. Just let it come into here. Or you could just keep the green and just let it come in here. But technically, once they both touch, they're all mixed together no matter what. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to try to think of both energies going down. Just do what I said and have it collect in your hands. Once it's in your hands, you're gonna, so once you have your energy collect in your hands, you're going to have an item in one of the hands, okay? In your other hand, you don't really need to do anything with it unless you're trying to teleport an item from one hand to another. Then you have to bring the energy down both arms. If not, just bring it down one arm, the arm you'll be using, okay? So do not only bring it down both arms. I probably confused you on that. Only bring down both arms if you're trying to teleport an item from one hand to another. But if you're trying to duplicate an item, bring both energies, the yellow and the green, for duplication. For teleportation, you just need the green energy going down. But for duplication, you need yellow and green. Then bring it down here, collect it in one of your hands. And then you'll have an object in your hand, and then you're going to surround the energy around the object. Okay? And then you're going to just try to feel it with your physical hand. Feel how it feels, and just try to feel how it feels. And then allow the energy, close your hand too, by the way. Close your hand and allow the energy to kind of heat up the item. But it won't heat up the item. If it heats up the item, you're kind of doing it wrong. What it should do is you should make it kind of like staticky, or kind of a weird type of feeling. I can't really explain it, but you'll know when you feel it. You'll feel like a static, like, you know, if you, I don't know if you guys know, like the older televisions, like when you touched it, it like has like a little bit of a like a static feeling. That's what it feels like in your hand. But like nowadays televisions are just flat screens and whatever. But back in the day, it was like a rounded glass with a lot of static on it. So just picture that static in your hand, and then around the object. Close your hand like this, and then when you feel the one object, picture right behind it another one, and try to feel both objects. And then once you feel both objects, open your hand and you'll see them both. And just keep doing this. And if it doesn't work, if you open your hand and it's not working, start over, get that yellow energy, bring it, mix it, and just do static. And pretty much it's all mental, folks. It's all in your head. Gotta do this, and you gotta focus and take a lot of time with it. Spend time on just one activity, even if it takes you 30 minutes just to get that energy flowing. Don't send it in your head until you feel it flowing around you. Okay? And it's always there, so you don't have to try to bring it from anywhere. It's always there. You just gotta try to be aware of it, and try to direct it into your body. So once all that's done, you could close your chakra up just by wheeling it to shut. You don't need to do anything special. Just stop trying to bring energy in. Just stop that. Go watch TV, or go eat a banana or something. Just forget about what you were doing earlier, and that should shut by itself. And if you feel weak after doing any of the practicing, like teleportation or anything like that, watch my meditation video. I'll put it, actually I don't need to put it in the description, just look it up. Just go to my videos and look it up. It's called meditation, chakra meditation, or something like that. But that should regenerate your energies, and I go one by one and refill your energy, and that way you can have the energy for later to practice other things. So yeah, if not, you'll just kind of feel weak and drowsy. But you don't necessarily need to meditate to get your energy back, because when you sleep, it pretty much goes back in by itself, or when you eat or exercise, it goes back in by itself. But it helps. It really helps, especially some of the other chakras, like the throat chakra and the root chakra, that don't get that much attention. Yeah, so I hope this helped you guys kind of clear things up and how to mix those energies, and I wish you all the best.